You are live with Dr. Chapa. Good morning, good day, good evening. Whatever time it is for you, I am thrilled that you are tuned in to the Dr. Chapa Wellness Show, because that means you want to live long, you want to prosper, just like old Spock says, just like the Nano guy says. What's his name? Mork and Mindy? Yeah, Robin Williams. Great actor. Hey, at the end of the day, guys, I am very excited about living better, being better, staying better. And I'm more excited about taking people with me on the journey. And it's a wellness journey. It is a opportunity to navigate the nasty now and to maximize our overall health and well-being day in and day out. Oftentimes people don't realize it, but their bodies are degenerating right before their eyes, and they have no idea what the culprit is. They think it's the suddenlies. They think they're getting older. They've been lied to. Well, I always quote him, and he deserves some honor and credit, the great Gary Knoll. Age is only a number. He said a lot of cool things, but I really want you to grab hold of that, because I want you empowered to realize that it's your life, your health, your choice, and you don't have to suffer. So tonight, as we dig in to the art of daily detox, not beating yourself up and not starving yourself out, not stressing yourself out over, trying to find out how to get this integrated, but just a place to start. That's my end goal. I want to see you thrive in 2026. I want to see you thrive in your next decade of life. Everything you do today matters. When's the best time to plant an oak tree? You've heard me say this many times, 20 years ago. But the reality is today. Today's the best time to plant that oak tree and start your wellness journey today. So please know that you have the power to tune in and to learn and grow with us as we continue on our journey through the wellness experience. So this is so exciting to talk about detox. I know you talk about it all the time though. How can you not get sick and tired of talking about detox? Because I love the idea of, if I could take a journey myself through the alimentary tract, that's your digestive tract, if I could ride on the neurological tracks and see what actually happens in the electrical system, in the digestive system, in the detox system, in the immunological system, in the hormonal chain, I would sign up for that. That would be a deep dive I'd be down to go for. And so when I think about the body and I think about the power of the body, I say to myself, how do I take my health seriously enough and see with my mind's eye that for which I can only appreciate from the outside? How do I take the art of detox to the next level? Detoxification isn't a cleanse. People come in and say, oh, I'm doing the Daniel fast, or I'm doing a juice fast. Those are cleanses, but we're talking about detoxification, driving pathways. Phase 1, phase 2, liver detoxification. We talked about it last week and some weeks prior about how powerful the liver is. The liver's the giver. It's got over 1,700 plus known functions in the body. It's probably involved in every function of the body. But the reality is we got to start somewhere. We got to know that it's our life, our health, our choice, and taking care of the liver is your top priority. First and foremost, even before that, we got to make sure that we take care of the gut lining. Cleansing is diet. Detoxification is when we start bringing on products and protocols to drive better the physiological detox pathways. Your body detoxes every day, and it technically doesn't need our help to detox, okay? You're breathing bad air right now. You're getting and drinking, something you probably shouldn't be right now. You're probably eating something that's chocked full of preservatives right now, and your body can handle it, and it can. That's good news. The problem isn't toxins, it's the traffic jams in our body that start to accumulate these toxins. The problem is toxins. If we lived in the Garden of Eden, which I'm pretty sure we don't, that's why we call it the nasty now, we have to realize that the toxins we're exposed to day in and day out are needing to be detoxed out of the body, and the body can do a great job handling it. God gave us a great body designed by him that can handle most of life's challenges. The issue becomes when our job is to cleanse. Our job is to detox. Our job is to eat well and to hydrate well, to rest well, to move well, and of course, think well. But if we don't do those things, we get caught in a space where our traffic jams, our lymphatics, our blood flow, our digestive pathways, our liver, our kidneys all begin to back up. These traffic jams are what creates a major issue for health and wellness in the 21st century. It's worse today than ever. So I don't necessarily need you to be on a juice cleanse to get this detox idea right. I just need you open-minded to it's your life, your health, your choice. And here's some ideas on how to maximize different aspects of your overall health and wellness curve. So let's meet your drainage system. This is my favorite system to talk about in the body, because if I could take the lymphatic system, take it in the back for you, pop it like a rug, put it back in your body, you would be better in lickety split, 15 minutes or less. Why? Because the lymphatics are essential for immunity, waste removal, inflammation reduction, overall well-being. And most people that have any symptom pattern that they were not genetically born with are struggling in removing waste from the lymphatic system. And therefore, that clogs up and messes with your immune system. And a lot of times the immune system is clogged up because of bacteria and parasites and yeast being recruited because we're overindulging in sugar and dehydrated, drinking fake fluids and eating fake foods and wondering why we have make-believe health. The lymphatic system is recruiting and forced to recruit subcontract labor from bacteria, viruses, and parasites in order to clean up the waste, because we can't do it on our own. Well, unfortunately, these unwanted house guests, they stick around. They don't leave. And then they rob us of good health and well-being day in and day out. How? Because they require B vitamins. So they suck up your B vitamins, and now you're tired. Now you're reaching for rocket fuel. Now you're wondering why you can't get through the day without coffee or energy drinks. And this is a real problem for the average American. These bugs not only are sucking up your B vitamins, they're robbing you of key minerals. And these minerals are the driving factor. I always tell people, if you're not putting enough minerals in your body, enough electrolytes in your body, your cells will not be electrically charged, and therefore they will not perform like they're supposed to, which sets you up for immune challenges. So now you've got this perpetuating cycle of immune glitch, where your immune system now can't kick out the squatters, and the squatters stick around, steal your B vitamins, steal your minerals, and oh my goodness, they are now pooping in your system. Yeah, that's right. Bugs have a ecosystem in their body too, where they eat food and they poop out what they don't need. That's happening. And so you're getting sludge and buildup and grime. And then you compound that with your diet. Then you compound that with dehydration. Then you compound that with stress. It is a recipe for inflammation. And this is the process. So if I had the ability, seriously, you would think I would say the digestive tract, and I could make a case for it. But if I could take the lymphatics out, then that's what I would do first. And I would put them back in after I popped them like a rug, if I could do it while the engine was still running. Well, you can't do that. Okay. Now, why would I pick the lymphatics over the digestive tract? Does anybody have an idea? There's a very good little clue right here at the base here that has the warning sign. There's no pump on the lymphatic system. It only moves when you do. So if I had the ability to help you move that system well, guess what would happen? We wouldn't have backup. We wouldn't have trash caked up inside of our tissues. And that is why I would choose this system, because the digestive tract has muscular peristalsis, and I can get the nervous system, blood flow system, and the muscle contractile systems to move that waste and trash through. This system only moves if you do. Well, the average American right now is sitting and not moving, right? Well, that creates a problem, because sitting is indeed the new smoking. So signs that your lymphatic system are stuck: puffy face, big baggy eyes, swollen fingers, feeling kind of like swolled up, like you just feel tense everywhere in your body. Not because you did a good workout, because you feel like, ugh, like you're just tight everywhere. Brain fog, your mind is not alert. You can't walk into a room and remember, why did I come in here? Or you walk into a meeting, you can't remember people's names, or you struggle with words, or you struggle with numbers, or you get chronically like short on your memory database of learned new material, and you can't get it to process into long-term storage. Brain fog is a major issue. And oftentimes it's not because your brain is weak or bad. It's because your brain is underdeveloped and toxic. That means you can develop it better and it will turn on for you. And you can feed it better and it will perform for you. And we can keep the toxic load down and it will thrive. Doesn't that sound good? Makes me excited. It really does. Because these lymphatic stuck indicators, chronic fatigue, stiff neck, breast tenderness, low back pain, these are signs that your body needs a detox. It needs a cleanse. And we have specific lymphatic flushing protocols that we get into people's care plans to help them better on their journey. And so more effort does not necessarily mean you're going to get a better detox. I'm not going to ask you to do an extreme workout. I might ask you to work out. I might ask you to go for a walk. But I'm not going to ask you to do something outside of safety and or reasonable. We're not bodybuilders. We're not, triathletes. We're not, high performance Olympians. We are regular human people that are working on making health better day in and day out, one bite at a time, one move at a time, one decision at a time. So over fasting, I'm not going to ask you to over fast. And I will ask you to fast, but not in the way that you think fasting oftentimes plays out. We always think fasting, well, that's just Jesus. He's the only one that could go 40 days and 40 nights. I'm not asking you to do 40 days, 40 nights. I'm asking for people to be mindful, intentional with their day-to-day living. Just going off of sugar for 30 days would be a fast. Just drinking water only for 30 days would be a type of a fast. Just avoiding processed oils for 30 days would be another type of fast, right? So like you can do 30 days, 15 days, 5 days, and still get bang for your buck and benefit. I've done this day in and day out. And when I do a hard fast, 24 hours or 72 hours, I know some of you guys go, that's not hard. I know, but you're not the average person. People that have done more than 7-day fast are playing in a different league. Over fasting, however, isn't necessarily the simple answer. Being dehydrated, or hyperhydrating isn't necessarily the answer. You can actually hyperhydrate your minerals right out of you. You got to make sure that we get the mineral, electrolyte, salt balance right, and you won't ever feel dehydrated. But dehydration is a problem. The average American right now is consuming a third of the water intake they're supposed to, and don't expect your body to perform if you're not getting good hydration. Stimulants, well, rocket fuel, energy drinks, caffeinated drinks, different types of extreme stimulation throughout the day. I can't go through the day without Diet Coke. I can't go throughout the day without some sort of sugar in my drink. I can't go throughout the day without having a caffeinated beverage in hand. These strain your body, okay? I'm not straining the body. I'm going to assist your body in proper drainage management, and you're going to see a shift. Drainage is over force. We don't want to force the body into detox. We want to drain the necessary exit strategies like your bowel, like your kidney, and your body will turn into a self-working vacuum and pull trash out of your brain, out of your fat cells, out of your joint tissues, out of your synovial capsules, out of your heart and core systems, and you will see your body begin to thrive because it's carrying less toxic burden. Oh, yes. That's what we need. You don't push toxins out, guys. You open the gates and you open the exits, and you will see your body will do what it was designed to do. When you have traffic jams, it'll do its best to circumvent and find a detour, but we want to maximize the necessary initial drainage pathways, like your bowels, like the lymphatics, like the kidneys. We keep these systems operating well. The body will not store toxins in the brain. It won't store toxins in fat cells. It won't store toxins in joints. And guess who then thrives? Guess who has a nice lean physique? Guess who ages gracefully? You. That's right. I remember this book that I read a long time ago called Power versus Force by David Hawkins. And interesting, like he talked about oftentimes forcing things to happen is against God's plan. God will often, maybe give you what you want if you push hard enough for it, but you might not want what you get because you were outside of God's will. So we want to operate in God's power, and drainage over forcing the body to detox for you and work in alignment with how the body already operates. That's by design. That's healthy rhythm. That's what we want to get you toward and get you to do more of. So water is a tool, okay? So as we're looking at, if I had the ability to flush your lymphatics, water is absolutely critical. We do have to talk about water. 1 liter of water per 50 pounds of body weight is a good amount of water we should all be consuming. However, you might say that's just too much water. I can't do that. And you might even say, oh, it makes me nauseous and sick. By the way, nauseous, sick after drinking, assuming you're drinking good quality water, is an indicator that you do indeed have toxins, and those toxins are being released rapidly. So in that case, you don't have enough minerals, you don't have enough drainage pathways open, and you're mobilizing into a traffic jam. That's creating the nausea. Okay, so we don't want to be like this picture is making me a little bit like, head sick, motion sickness. I'm just kidding. But the reality is that's how you feel inside. So if water makes you nauseated, it's because the detox pathways are indeed traffic jammed, and we're pushing into a traffic jam, making things worse. So does that mean back off on the water? No, that's just strategic. That tells us, hey, we need to do some passive detox. It means we need to do a lymphatic wash. We need to do a bowel cleanse. We need to get your mineral levels, salt, electrolytes balanced out, those micronutrients. Because water is a great detox tool whenever your lymph is dirty. No water, no flow. No movement, no flow. Your lymphatics depend on movement from you and drinking water from you, quality water. So steady hydration matters throughout the day. So not just getting up and drinking your 6 to 12 ounces in the morning and then call it a day and don't drink water until this evening. No. Throughout the day, you're drinking fluids every 30 minutes away from food throughout your day. I do drink quite a bit of water first thing in the morning, but I wake up, I do salt, I do water, I do electrolytes, I go for a walk. And then during the workout, I have electrolytes, collagen, some peptides in my fluids, and I'm drinking that during the workout. And then throughout the morning, I'm consuming, and sipping on water as I need. But once I start eating, when I eat 30 minutes away from food, the front end or the back end, is I'm holding on the water. I'm not drinking water. I'm letting my digestive juices get ready to digest some meat or chicken or turkey or whatever it is that I'm consuming, right? But outside of that, once I'm outside that 30-minute window, I'm back to drinking water, and I'm back to, even adding some extra salt during the day. Sometimes you get crashed out during the afternoon because your minerals tanked. And if you just go take a little of my wellness salt, we have it at the office. It's from Hawaii. It's from Australia, 2,500 meters below the sea, and it will electrify your cells and tissues and help the structure of the water be more electrically active in your body. Movement that drains. Hey, do you realize me going for a walk in the morning? If the dude don't move, the dude don't groove, right? That's what you guys hear me say all the time. And walking is an easy thing that you can do. Throw a weight vest on, make it a little bit more challenging. Put some kettlebells in your hand. Put a kettlebell in one hand or a weight in one hand, and go for a walk kind of lopsided to force your body to work unilaterally to balance things out. This is huge. What about stretching? How many times can people just skip the stretch? They don't do anything to kind of mobilize their tissue. Dead hang from a bar, hold yourself up on a dip bar and making sure that your body's elongating that spine. You could do inversion tables to create passive stretching, but you could do active stretching and be very proactive in movement. When I go to hotels, if they have any free yoga classes, I go take a yoga class. I'm not in there chanting and doing weird things. I'm in there stretching and mobilizing my body, stretching my spine, stretching my body and teaching my body how to move better, stay better, one bite at a time. So this is the process of making sure that we're doing what needs to do on our front to maximize our lymphatic system. Gentle strength exercise. I call it functionally fit. Every routine that I do, one of my favorites by Pavel Tsatsouline, is called Simple But Sinister, meaning it's simple to do, but it's intense, but it's not so intense that you can't do it every day forever. And that's what you want to find is real world movements that you can do every day forever in the quote unquote training realm in order to maximize how your body can drain lymphatics. The fastest way to move the trash through your lymphatic system and open up your pathways is to maximize the body in a great way consistently. Consistency beats intensity. Okay. So I really want you to grab hold of this truth. Movement that drains, consistency beats intensity every day of the week, and you're less likely to get hurt. And it's not so intense on your brain that you don't want to, not do it because you don't want to feel uncomfortable. Although it's okay to be a little uncomfortable sometimes, guys. We got to be okay recognizing that there is some work and your body loves to be challenged. Really deep down, you love to be challenged. And so we want to encourage you to press into that space. This is so good. So this is the easiest part, breath work. Your breath is another aspect of the pumping mechanism. Deep breathing moves your lymphatics. Why? You pull in trash or you pull in your lungs down, stretch in those lungs with the diaphragm, and then pushing, toxins up and out of the lungs as you breathe them out. This lowers stress. This puts you into what we call a parasympathetic rest and digest state of being. Slow, deep, intentional breathing opens up your body to heal. We don't do a good job of resting, and we definitely don't do a good job breathing. Well, this is a good opportunity. There's a great app called the Tactical Breather. And the Tactical Breather is a block breathing technique where you can breathe in for 4 seconds, hold it for 4 seconds, breathe out for 4 seconds, hold it for 4 seconds, wash and rinse, 2 minutes, 3 to 4 times a day. I had this patient one time, she was so stressed out. She had forgot to take her stress vitamins and she got herself in a pickle, and she calls the office in tiffy. And so we get her on the phone and we go, all right, what's going on? She starts saying all the things, and she's rapid fire telling me the whole story. I mean, just like rapid fire. And I said, well, okay, great. I'm glad I heard all that, or some of that. You talk so fast, it was hard. It's like drinking from a fire hose. However, I need you to breathe. Download this app, Tactical Breather, and I need you to do some deep breathing right now, in an hour, and then an hour after that. Just 2 minutes, an hour for the next 3 hours. And would you know, she couldn't believe it. She was baffled that just breathing, why? It activates the vagus nerve. It activates the parasympathetic system, the rest and digest system, the healing and repair system. Isn't that cool? You can do this through breath work right now. You could take, while you're even listening to me, a 4-second inhale, hold your breath for 4 seconds. Think about all the great things that you have going for you. Think about the things you can be thankful for. Think about your family, the loved ones, your life. The fact that you're listening right now means that you're dialed in and working on something. And then breathe out for 4 seconds. All the things that are holding you back, the stresses of life, the challenges of life, the unnecessary worry of life, and then hold that space for 4 seconds and believe, that you can do more than you realize you can do if you just be intentional about it. Wow, that's a powerful statement. Breath work, powerful. I could sit here all day and just do that with you guys. Daily detox support. Morning movement plans. I get up, I drink my water. That's a movement plan, by the way. Drinking water opens up the channels and primes the system for the day. Doing the salt activates the electrical pathways. Then going for the walk. That activates the lymphatics and moving and grooving. Dry brushing every morning in the shower. Actually, I do a wet brush as I get the hot water going, and then I will scrub my body, not like scrub it hard, but gently but aggressively enough to mobilize those lymphatic tissues from head to foot, toes to nose, on the soles of the feet, all the way in my beard, and even scrub a little bit in your scalp to just wake up all those tissues and let them know you're coming for them. You're not going to let them just sit idly on the sideline. You will see your skin glow. You will see your body feel better. it will be really a neat way to navigate lymphatic flow that you can do regularly. And again, dry brushing, wet brushing, they both equally do good things for your system. Contrast showers. A lot of you guys know I'm into cold bath therapy. But if you don't have a cold bath unit, just do hot, cold therapy for a minute on, minute off, minute on, minute off, switching the water from cold for a minute to hot for a minute. And you will find that little sting that you're getting is heat shock proteins. What are heat shock proteins? Heat shock proteins are a immunological eustress. And this eustress is healthy, therapeutic, vibrant, blood flow, stimulating to the immune system, stimulating to your neurological system, where your brain will turn on. You'll feel better going into work. You'll be better on the car ride. You'll be better in the meetings all morning long, because you're during the shower, you're either dry brushing, contrast showering, and maximizing that daily detox rhythm. Remember, rhythm's the word of the year for Dr. Chapa. So I hope that you are finding the rhythm of life and what we're talking about. So if the dude don't move, the dude don't groove. Find that rhythm and make these patterns happen. Even when you're in a hurry, let's slow down enough. Let's plan well enough that we're going to be intentional regularly, consistently, in order to get these benefits. Going for a walk after a meal, that's reasonable. Go for a walk after lunch. Go for a walk after dinner. You'll be mind boggled how much your blood sugar is more stable and how you feel about digestion. You won't have that brick in your stomach after you have a big meal. And so walking after meals is an easy way to just let the stomach and the body churn and burn and work on those systems, work on that food that you just ate, so that we can maximize the system, that healthy rhythm back and flow, back and forth as you're walking down the road. 20 minutes, that's plenty. You know what I mean? Like, that'll get it done. Legs up on the wall at night before bed. Man, if you got swelling in the ankles, by the way, that's a sign that your kidneys and lymphatics are indeed dirty and backed up. Legs up on the wall. Get a chi machine, and you put your feet in these little cradles, and it just rocks you back and forth, and your whole body does this. Get a vibration plate, and you will see max benefit. It is so cool, the little things that we can do regularly to maximize health and wellness. And this is, for real life, man. If you sit all day, which the average person is, sitting's the new smoking. If you feel wired but you're tired, that's been as long as I've been in practice, I've seen that idea, wired and tired. That's how I figured out, when to use things like ashwagandha or holy basil or rhodiola, and helping people realize that these are symptom patterns that their body has to navigate, and we can help you navigate these issues. Otherwise, you struggle with inflammation. And that is real life. That's accelerated aging. That's unnecessary. And we want to teach you how to live better, be better, and stay better through lifestyle rhythms. These are not just fads. These are not things that we should do from time to time. They should be a monthly, a weekly, a daily, an hourly rhythm of what we're doing. We are creatures of habit. We need to own that space, and we need to be really good at some of these healthy, basic practices. So your body isn't broken. Support the system, and the system will support you. Allow your body to flow. Find the rhythm of flow in movement and exercise, functionally fit activity, through healthy morning routines, through intermittent fasting, whether you do a straight intermittent fast daily or weekly or rhythmically monthly, you will find benefit with this level of intentionality. I'm telling you, you dial into this, you will see shifts and changes that will mind boggle you, that will bless you, that will excite you, that will light you up, and that you will see the vim, vigor, and vip that I like to talk about, that vitality curve begin to work in your favor. You're going to be more creative. You're going to be more, outgoing. You're going to be more present. You're going to get the promotion because people are attracted to that type of good, healthy energy. That's what we want to see happen for you. And I believe healthy bodies, healthy minds, healthy living builds healthy infrastructure for people to recognize and want to be around whatever it is you're doing. They're going to catch on fire when you catch on fire. So the great leaders of the past, and George Goodhart always told me that when you catch on fire, be encouraged, because people will come from miles and miles to watch you burn. Well, that was kind of always a weird statement to me, because I don't really think burning alive sounds fun. However, I do want to be filled inside with resurrection energy. That's fire, guys. Filled inside. Let me say it again. Filled inside with resurrection energy. Don't you want to be filled inside with resurrection energy? Fire. Yeah, I do. That makes me excited. So let the body do what it was designed to do. You support it, infrastructurally speaking, and you will see your body thrive. So if you're ready to start draining today and getting into one of the healthy habits that we've talked about, discover with your phone, take your phone right now. I got mine. And then you're going to take it and you're going to open up the camera and you're going to take a screenshot. Well, not a screenshot, just put the camera over that QR code. There should be a little button that pops up that takes you to drchapawellness.com. And that's going to get you enrolled into joining our master's class. And that's an exciting place to start the journey. When you go through our master's class, it's always something that will be a benefit. I go back and listen to my own stuff to see if I have anything worthwhile to say. And I really do. You think I'm crazy. And I'm not egotistical or arrogant to think that I can learn from what I'm teaching. These great giants of the past that I've been standing on their shoulders for years and years and years, I have embedded their principles into me. And when I speak them out and then I get to listen to them again, it's as if I'm calling on the great wonderful mentors that I've had in my past. I want you guys to know that you can start today. Remember, when's the best time to plant the oak tree? Today. And so I want you to pick a habit. I want you to do it for 7 days, 1 degree of change, 1 step in the right direction. The difference between the winners and the losers is what? 1 more step. That is a truth that you can take to the bank. When detox pathways are supported, they're not strained, you will see your body thrive. So guys, thank you so much for being a part of the Dr. Chapa Wellness Show. I want you to follow us. I want you to like us. I want you to get plugged into that master's class. I want you to be a part of our newsletter list. We need an updated email from you. We've got some great things coming that we cannot wait to share. What are you wanting to see happen this year, the next 90 days that you haven't been able to attain? I hope to be a part of that wellness journey with you, and I look forward to every Monday night being alongside you on the journey, on the path to living better, being more vibrant than ever, and being more creative in a way that demonstrates God's power, God's glory, God's kingdom through you. Joy, Jesus on you, that you can go forth and attract others, lead others, be a blessing to others in so many wonderful ways. So take this message, share this message with your friends, family, loved ones. Tell them, hey, 10 minutes of this will change your life. And I hope that it does. I hope it lights that fire that filled inside with resurrection energy inside of you. I'm praying for you. I'm excited for you. And remember, Dr. Chapa loves you.